I'm having a hard time starting this video. Um, feels feels a little weird to be where I'm at right now. Um, I kind of wanted to come on here to celebrate something, but in thinking about kind of the celebration of it all, I'm thinking about how hard it actually has been to get to this moment. Um, it's been 2 years in the making. Uh, yeah, 2 years. Um, yeah, I got laid off 2 years ago. 2 years ago to today.
Um, and I guess lucky, not so lucky, I got let go in July of this past year from that job. And it basically has opened my eyes completely.
It was the last day I officially had an engineering job. Um, Surreal now, 2 years later. I don't even know how I really feel about it. Again, I thought this was going to be an easy conversation. Yay, we did it! But it feels like it's a little heavier than that.
No!
Yeah, 2 years ago, they had. Funny thing is, they had told us 2 weeks before that we were going to be laid off, and we basically had to work for 2 weeks after being told that we're going to be laid off. And it was crazy. It was just a weird situation. Got laid off and then went straight into sadness, crying, upset. How come you don't want me, man? Funny thing about me, my biggest phobia or fear has always been to be homeless. I'm sure I'm not the only person. I'm sure a lot of people share that feeling. Um, but at that moment, I thought we were there. I thought that's what was going to happen. Everything that I had kind of worked for was taken away from me by, again, a place that had told me they had my best interests in mind.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro?
Um, yeah, which is super funny because, again, the month or 2 weeks before I had gotten told I was going to be laid off, they sent around this Juneteenth email saying how much they supported black people and how much they wanted to promote black people within the ranks. So I thought other things were happening, and again, the year before that I had just had my son, so I was like, they wouldn't lay off someone who newly has a kid and young and has all this love for the company. They wouldn't just get rid of that person. That was me being, again, a little naive. But yeah, it's 2 years later from that, and I'm still here, and we're still kind of around. We're still doing the things we want to do. Life is way different. um, my kid's almost 3. I have a whole new career, still working at it. My wife has a whole new career in business. Um, we are still in Arizona. So, man, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot in these 2 years. But it has been an accomplishment. I didn't expect for it to be. It's been a lot of fun. Of course, it's been freaking hard, like the hardest thing I've probably ever done. But I always hear people say, choose your hard. It would have been hard to stay where I was at that engineering job, at that desk, 8 hours a day, only with an hour and a half worth of work. It would have been soul crushing to stay in that situation. So choose your hard. I chose the hard that would actually get me something that I build with my own hands and get to say and get to be proud of what the outcome becomes. So that's kind of where we are and kind of where we're coming from. Going forward, shoot, I just from here to the next year's July 24th, I just believe that there'll probably be so much more growth. I mean, in the past year, I've found out that I probably have had ADHD my whole life. It's probably why I've never felt like I fit in or always struggled to kind of stay on task, stay on focus. I just thought it was me, and it was me, but I'm not the only one that kind of suffers from this kind of stuff. So hopefully this next year, again, figuring out more ways to handle that and be on top of that. I went to therapy in this past year.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I've talked about some things that probably should have been talked about a while ago, but I got to talk about that. So a lot of growth and hopefully a lot more growth to come. So weird. I thought I was excited to make this video, and then when it came around, I started to dread it, and I'm like, why? But it was because there's a lot in this. It's hard to think your life's going to go one way and then it doesn't, and it goes a completely another way that you didn't necessarily choose for it to go. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going. I know I've kind of sound like I'm not, but yeah, I'm excited to keep going. The only way to get there is to not stop, and that's one thing that I've learned along these 2 years is no matter how hard it gets, you kind of have to keep going. You have to keep putting that foot in front of the other, and you're making progress. It might be slow, but 10 years from now, you never know where you're going to be. So this is year 2. I'm so proud of where I'm at and where my family's at, and we're setting up the lives that we want. So go, do, be, exist, do all of those things. You're enough even just in existing. So you don't have to necessarily be working the clock or hustling or any of that. Just from existing, you're enough. Yeah, I don't know how I want to end this, but yeah, 2 years and hopefully much more from here. So if you stayed around for this, I appreciate you. I just wanted to hop on and kind of say something to market for this year. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, all the clients that I've worked with, everything. It's been a little crazy to be able to help and be a part of other people's stories. It's been so cool. So again, I want to thank you all. Thank everybody who has been supporting the channel. Like and subscribe. If you think someone else would love one of my videos, go ahead and share it. I appreciate you guys. I do this for sharing the knowledge and growing and being a part of the future that we all can kind of create, and it being a good one that we all want to be a part of. So see you next time.